because we got Bernard Hopkins coming over here right now. So we'll get him mic'd up, and we'll go from there. No, you want the better seat.
Get the hell out of there nugget.
Exactly.
You see, I waited till he sat down first because I didn't want to mess with him. That's my guy, man.
I put my money on you. Joining us right now is a multi-division world champion and better be Hall of Famer, Bernard Hopkins.
2020, man. June.
No, we were just talking about that.
Time fly, man. They pushed it down 3 years, not 5 now. But excuse me, cut you off. That's why I'm in this next year, which is perfect timing. It used to be 5 years.
No, it used to be 5.
But they said Ed Brophy's here. Matter of fact, he's in Vegas, and they ruled on it. They went through the process. They said, listen, there's no special rules for anybody, but they realized that they want people that's still around to be here to smell the roses and not go to.
You ain't going nowhere. You could have waited.
But I'm not saying me. I'm just saying me. I could have waited another. Trust me, I ain't had no problem with it. But I understand why the 3 years is now and not 5 is because those who already in but not voted in, they're getting in. Why they have to? Why should certain people have to wait 5 years where 3 years gives enough room to say, okay, they're not making a comeback, they're not doing this, and know what they issue in, right? They definitely going to get in. Just got to go through the process, and they end. Get that over with, and I don't think it should be some got 5 and some got 3. Cutting it 2 years off the 5-year wait, I think it's gonna be more positive than negative. And now we got to just wait and see. I'm biased too because that means I get in next year. Well, because guess what? I'm feeling healthy. I'm great. I'm on a veganism. I'm on a veganism now. But at the end of the day, if I can get it over with and actually be in there, I can, like, my ego and my work now can work together and say I'm in Hall of Fame now. Like the prices go up now. The pictures now is no longer $1. Yeah, they $5.
Hey, listen, I've always looked at the 5 years. You make an interesting point, but don't you think that 3 years is enough? I mean, you're a different case, man. There hasn't been a fighter like you, and I don't think there's going to be. You were the last of that era.
I would have been in the era in the 70s and 60s and done well.
And 50s. That's my point. Yeah. Your kind of fighter just doesn't exist anymore. I mean, no offense to any of the fighters, but what I always thought when waiting those 5 years, it gives us a chance to reflect on those fighters' careers. Some of them need that extra time.
But they don't want us to get lost in that 5 years. Think about it. You got to start. Right. See, I'm thinking listen, we can have some humor, but I'm going to keep it clean. Like, if I don't take care of my business then she's going to have to wait for a week.
No. He's killing me. See,
I gotta let the car start up now because if this sucker cuts off, then I'm stuck on 95.
Oh, I know how
on the East Coast.
But all those trips to the bathroom.
I gotta go. I'll be right back. But listen, I think you get it. 3 years is more than half, right? By some months. The 3 years, let's see how it works. They can always go back to 5.
After you get in.
Right. Of course. I'm not. After I get in, they can go to 10. Yeah. Add another 5. Right? You get a couple of guys that won't be there to see it, but we'll take the flowers to the grave.
Let's talk about your career.
It's good talking to you, man. It's a big fight this week. Okay.
Hey, who's fighting? No, we're going to get to that in a second, but we want to talk about you because the truth of the matter is the way fighters are today, and I talk about this on my show all the time. The reason why you fit into the mold of all-time greats is because you fought the best. You never walked away. You always seeked out the best challenges. You had some blemishes on your record that meant nothing, and you proved that doesn't mean anything.
I always came back and done something else greater. Why? I mean, that's the pattern.
No, I know, but why are, let's face it, it's the networks and promoters and... Well, I'm not going to say...
It's the fighters, too, some of them. I'm not taking up... Listen, it's a combination of all the things you said. But go ahead, let you finish.
My point is that when they lose the O, some of the promoters and some of the networks feel there's no value in that fighter anymore. And the fans should be demanding that these fighters fight again. If they did that to you, we wouldn't be sitting here talking.
Exactly. And look, a team can get blown out Tuesday and come back and have a good game Thursday and Friday, and that blowout is really forgotten about. But it's on a record. Okay, great. But they get a chance to, fighters in most sports outside of boxing, get a chance to redeem themselves. Football, basketball, hockey. Think about it, y'all. Think of baseball. Think about it. Boxing is one of those sports that those type of moments where we are different in a big, big negative way based on whether you got an O or a few losses, but a lot of great wins. Because if you go back to way back, there are great fighters that's in the Hall of Fame that had 15 to 10 losses. But
Sugar Ray
look at Robinson.
Yeah.
Robinson had, think about like
16, I think, right?
Yes. And then you look at his record, like almost 100 fights. So to me, that's like one loss. If you do, numbers are numbers, but you look at the percentage, you'd be like, he never lost any fight.
Plus, he fought every week.
He fought every week in 15 rounds. Listen, I know that a legacy of a fighter, woman or man, shouldn't be based on totally how many fights that they lose, but how many they won and what kind of achievements those fights was. Hall of Fame, if it was a unification, if it was the hottest fighter in that era and got beat by somebody that, wasn't given a chance. Felix Trinidad and Bernard Hopkins, 2001. I think that when you look at the quality opponents that the person that fights over the years that they fought, woman or man, you must analyze who they fought, what era they fought in, to make a opinion about where their legacy should be based on Hall of Fame, based on legendary status in the archives of that type of conversation. That to me means more than a guy with an O with not an O. By no means an O is what it says. You never got beat. But I don't believe that it should be defined based on an O or
a
loss.
Right.
Or 2 or 3
or 10.
Define your Hall of Fame status of being recognized. Because I'm looking at what you did more than what you didn't do, or who you didn't beat, but who you beat. That's the key.
I agree with everything he said except for one thing. I don't think we can blame the fighter on the generation he fought in, like what the opposition
Why
was.
would you punish? No, I wouldn't punish a fighter by the generation.
you said who he fought. Like if a fighter is fighting and there's not good competition during his era, it's not the fighter's fault.
Yeah, but if their weight class is up and their weight class is down, you must
seek out.
You must be creative.
Yes.
I became creative saying, let me fight Tarver, after Tarver actually took Roy Jones' career in a different era by knocking Roy Jones out.
Yep.
So I wanted to fight the big bad wolf that people say, hold up, Bernard, you just had those 2 scraps with Jermaine Teller.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Right.
You're going up 15 weight classes. And I hired the great Mackie Shillstone from Tulane University. Just gave a commercial. Invoices.
We didn't get a check, damn it.
No, I said invoice. I said invoice. Don't. I'm negotiating. They hear it. But listen. Yeah, and also Riddick Bowe. We didn't have to bulk up. He was already bulked up. He had to bulk him down.
Told him to stop it with the buffet.
The buffet, right? And Serena Williams, he worked with the 2 tennis greats, and that's documented. But listen, and stay focused on. Yeah, I'm in the Hall of Fame. Not actually yet, but I'm look to be a shoe-in.
You're in. You're in.
And the size of it, and already, trying on the ring.
What finger is it going to go on?
They already got his ring size. They measured your finger.
I tell you what, if there's the wrong judge there, they can get the middle one.
I tell you, you're on a roll, man. You should do stand-up, man. That's
the green tea.
Oh shit!
Oh, that's so funny.
That's good. That's good. Big fight this weekend. Canelo against Kovalev.
Oh, that's why we're here. I forgot about the. I was having so much fun.
You know what's gonna happen? She's gonna start giving me the time. Like your time is almost up.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't want to do that. I want to.
Let's talk
stay
about
away,
the fight.
Chloe. Stay away.
Chloe,
well,
you
you
just
gotta go.
remember there is a fight. We're talking about this other personal stuff, and you're like, Bernard, don't you know you got to fight the promote?
No, when you start moving in, it's like next thing you're gonna
this
go.
fight's going to be great. You got two guys that really wants to go and do what? They want to cement their legacy for the future Hall of Fame nominees. And when their time comes, you must accomplish that now while you're active, while you're in the game. And that's a good spin off of what me and you was talking about, is that what do you do while you're in the game to establish the Hall of Fame status? You do what Canelo is doing. You take those risks. You go up and you do what only 3 to 4 people in the history of boxing accomplished. Not a lot of people tried, but only 3 to 4 people. I'm one of those people who accomplished that historic 2 weight divisions, jumping up to take on the baddest and the most dangerous guy that's sitting here at this time in this era in 2019. And that to me is something that I believe Canelo needs to be, win, lose, or draw, respected for daring to be great.
Yeah, anybody that doesn't respect him is a clown. And when the fight was first get out of here. When the fight was first announced, all right, I will admit I was like, oh, Canelo's going to go in there. It's going to be, he's going to work the body and that's it. But I got to tell you, moving on and really looking at it and adding Buddy McGirt, because I think Buddy McGirt is an equalizer for Kovalev.
Oh my God!
Very
smart, engaging, and going to bring. He's a professor in that corner, which is going to be probably part of winning this fight.
That's the difference with him in the corner.
Everybody talking about the fighters, yeah, they got to do the physical part, but what about the teachers that information,
making the changes on the fly?
On the fly,
yeah,
that's key.
And that's where I think that Kovalev could pose some problems for Canelo if Kovalev is disciplined enough to utilize his jab and establish the distance. Canelo's going to have to try to get inside.
And what price do he pay coming inside?
And he's fighting against a bigger guy. You know what it feels like to get hit by a light heavyweight the first time?
Kovalev wins out here.
Canelo
he loses in there.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
And I agree with you 100%.
Right.
So 100%. He's got to keep using those straight punches to keep Canelo on the outside.
He has to use his size to his advantages. He has used his height. He has used his reach.
Yep.
And all the other stuff, talent, this, that, all that's the other ingredients to make that recipe be successful for Canelo. For Kovalev, and Canelo vice versa. He has to get in. He has to be that guard that's getting into the center's chest and making him maneuver his way, right? In a way he's uncomfortable. That is, can't keep up with the foot, the speed, and all the things because he's too much up in his chest. Where either he's going to be uncomfortable, where he got to get separation to be able to view what's happening to him, or he's going to have to deal with the repercussions of letting a small man get up in his chest. And that's key. That is a strategy. Every tall man know that he's comfortable when he can see you as we sit here. This distance is what Canelo need to be conscious of.
Right.
He needs to be in the middle of this table.
And that's what Canelo, I remember that was something you said to Larry Merchant after the Trinidad fight.
Yes.
Was if you're fighting a guy with a gun, you got to get in there and not let him use the gun. And that was what Trinidad had, that left hook, which was like a big gun, and you took the gun away.
His CAT scan works. His CAT scan is accurate. This man here is cured.
He's the vegan in him.
The CAT scan report is great. The gun theory. You don't run from a gun, you get hit in your back. You run towards, you're there, you grab the hand, you grab the gun, right. That will save your life. But panic will make you turn around and try to run. You cannot outrun a bullet if you're 3 feet away.
Yeah.
That's right.
The reaction must be inside for Canelo.
Wow.
But the distance must. I'm squeezing this man right on.
Okay.
He's turning green.
No, I'm not. But the thing is does either fighter in this fight, does it benefit them to make it a dog fight?
Yeah.
Who?
Canelo.
Canelo.
Really?
Canelo needs to make it a dog fight because.
But that's risky for him.
No, it ain't. But it got to be a dog fight inside. It can't be a dog fight outside.
Close, right.
Because the Linky, in the middle having the dog fight, his punch is not short. His punch is not as compact as Canelo is. Look at Rocky Marciano fighting a Newt Bowler, somebody that's tall. Like, it's hard to get under. It's hard to be a guy that's punching up than a guy that's punching down that's slinky, got a lean body. You got to remember, Sergey Kovalev is coming in as a thinner, linkier fighter.
But he's developed his uppercut a little.
He developed the uppercut, but he has to get the uppercut in because Canelo is not a stationary guy. No. Canelo has a swivel of his waist, which he has really one of the best Mexican head movements that I've seen in a long time. Other than I've seen two with drinking 2 tequilas, and they was kind of moving pretty good. But Canelo, for right now, to me, has the best defense in a long time that I've seen from that type of nationality that can come in there and hit you, and you be like, whoa, where's he at?
He said a comment that he's been lifting more weights because he doesn't have to worry about the weight.
Well, that's what I had to do when I moved up from 60 to 75.
But doesn't that slow you down?
No, because you gotta maximize the weights and you gotta maximize the speed. What Canelo's doing, he's putting on the mass of a light heavyweight, but he's still working on the speed that we don't see that he want to keep from the middleweight division. So now you got this house that you extended it to be bigger. But the house is still at the foundation. Canelo's the foundation of the middleweight and junior middleweight, but just say middleweight. He's the foundation of that. That speed, that reflexes, that offense, defense is going to be effective when Sergey throw a punch and he's not there, but he didn't move away. Right. He just got out of the way.
That's that's the sweet science.
Then you get paranoid and you swing and you got hit a couple times. You're going to be kind of reluctant to throw punches. And once you got that mindset of,
yeah,
right,
I'm scared, yeah,
right,
I'm
right,
nervous.
You're scared, like, you understand?
Yeah,
not necessarily scared, but hesitant.
Yeah,
and
anxiety comes in.
And if you can get Kovalev thinking that he's going to get hit if he exposes himself, that's that little break that Canelo can take advantage of. Because now you got your guy reacting off of you. You never want to be in position when you're reacting off of your opponent. You want to be first. You want to be the dictator.
Hit and not get hit, but still be in position to inflict damage.
Absolutely.
And that's
it's called the Matrix.
Right, and that's
the
what
Matrix.
It's called the Matrix.
But that's what Canelo's doing with his upper body movement, his head movement.
He's forcing you to make a move and commit yourself so he can counter you.
Right, and
it's called the bait and switch.
He's still in position to inflict damage, and once he gets Kovalev overthinking, now he's not concentrating on his game.
Exactly, and he's making him react. Right, he's making him react. When you make your opponent react, right, and he's not planning on reacting, but you forcing him to defend himself, you controlling what he do. And when you control what a person do, you can maneuver him to do what you want to do. And this is what I'm hit you with upside your head, this left hook in the right hand.
What's your official prediction on that fight?
Hard-earned fight, down to the wire. Canelo wins by TKO. Sergey Kovalev extend himself, fight a fight inside, thought that he can actually overpower him, and it backfires. But it won't be a fight where you would say that it's going to be Canelo. This will be a fight where it's going to be rounds where we're going to have this conversation afterwards. I don't know when, but afterwards, where there's going to be some rounds like, I don't know, they both got, they both give and take, because Canelo could take a good shot. If he can take...
He never took it from a light heavy.
If he can... Bingo. If he can take Sergey punches early when there's a massive energy. You got to remember, the first 4 or 5 rounds of fight, we all at our peak of power.
Right.
It's when the rounds go down, the stretch of championship rounds, where now it becomes you exerted some energy, anxiety then kicked in, the fights is in, the comfort zone of of not the middle rounds, but it's getting close to it, and both guys extended themselves. We're now in the 6-7 rounds. Now you're talking championship rounds, as we all heard. Now, can the lack of energy, along with the experience, along with the professionalism, along with who won it the most, can all these now factors be a negative or a positive for each guy? That's how not evenly matched this is, because Sergey Kovalev got some great advantages that I don't give Canelo. And then it's Canelo who has some great advantages that I don't give Sergey. That got to come down to the line on who established dominance and who do it first.
The co-main event, Ryan Garcia, tough fight he's in with Dano. It's a big test for him. He seems pretty confident in that fight. What's your thoughts?
He better have his grown man draws on.
That's right. That's right. I'm
he
with
better,
you.
He better listen.
It's gonna be a big fight.
It is.
Fight.
He better have his grown man draws on, and if he don't have them on, he better pin them on before Saturday night.
Yep. No, I'm
because we at this table know that he's fighting somebody that's not caring about none of that social media and how many followers you have. He's serious business.
Yeah.
And I sat next to him up in the podium, and when you see a guy that don't have to go to the bathroom but is moving his legs, he can't wait to get in. It's like a horse at the stall. And I'm like, do you got to go to potty? And he's moving his legs, and I'm like, what? This is kind of. I understand from a fighter's experience.
He's chomping at the bit.
That if he don't have to go to the potty, then this man ready to come out the stall like a horse. Ryan, don't you understand? You got to be careful what you say.
Yeah. He's saying he wants him. He wants him. Going, man, because his level.
Like literally, I seen this. Like seriously, like he like this. Like
it's a big opportunity
it's
for
like
him.
a tiger.
You know,
he's ready to go out of the gate.
Wow.
All right, we're getting the evil eye from Chloe. So, Bernard, it was great.
She's tired of hearing about this potty stuff. Like
it was great having you.
As always.
And we hope to have you again soon.
It's all right. And the next time we do this interview, we're going to have a little bit of spunk in you. It's kind of like, this must have had a late morning.
The thing is that, we were going to be a lot more awake and ready for you, but, they wanted, you had to come early.
As always, love, man, and respect, man. Enjoy the fight Saturday.
Oh, we're going to.
Bernard,
thank you.
Just as a pre-warning, I'm sure you're getting into the Hall of Fame, and I look forward to seeing you there in June.
He knows he's getting
And I really would love to hear more about your vegan diet at some point.
Thank you. No problem. Appreciate you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bernard Hopkins giving us his thoughts, and very entertaining.